Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover from one that shows hip-hop is pretty much split when it comes to Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show that's come after Kendrick Lamar's performance. And we got rappers on both sides of the argument, including what looks to be DJ Vlad crashing out over Bad Bunny's performance due to the language barrier. And we also got former Shady Records artist Stat Quo go into detail about why he never released an album under Shady Records, as this was anticipated back then after Obi Trice. And starting with the Super Bowl performance, Chris Brown got the ball rolling and sparked heated debates after he posted this on IG. I think it's safe to say they need me, and boy, the debates were on. As long as Rock Nation is overseeing the Super Bowl halftime show, I'm fairly confident in saying Chris Brown will never be invited to headline. And in Chris Brown's corner, following his record-breaking stadium tour, some have expanded. They just announced Chris Brown has the highest grossing tour of any black man in history. He don't need that damn Super Bowl, as much as I would love to see that. And we got the likes of Mace out here pushing for Chris Brown, as clearly he doesn't look impressed by Bad Bunny's show.
To me, it looks like the NFL is getting worse each year in their performance. That's for me as a performer. Thinking of a performance, if I had a budget to do a Super Bowl, you could do a greater show. I just think of that, like you said, I had the privilege of seeing Purple Rain, I had the privilege of seeing Michael Jackson, and I'm just a person for excellence. So I think Chris Brown is way overdue. I don't know how everybody feel about Chris Brown personally, but Chris Brown is way overdue. So when I look at the Super Bowl, I think the person who should be performing is the person that nobody is better than. And I could think of several artists that could have done a better job. But shout out to Bad Bunny and the entire Latin community. I would give this a 4. I would give it a 4 in performance, out of 1 to 10.
That's very interesting.
Mike, you're saying something, Mike?
Well, yeah, that's very interesting, you know. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know you were asking me to rank it 1 to 10. I thought you were asking me to rank it with the rest of those other performances.
Now he got his courage up. That's how it normally is. I go wild.
And even Lil Boosie is in the same boat.
Who the fuck is this nigga? I want to see Chris Brown.
And boy, Vlad is on a crash out run that goes as far back as September when this was announced, when he went off about how this was pretty much the NFL pandering to expand their Spanish audience. And Vlad was back. So did I prove my point tonight? And he was getting blasted and dragged in the replies, and so he expanded. If you don't speak Spanish, Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show was pointless. And he's willing to die on this hill, even though he's getting dragged. When it comes to Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show, everyone wants to sound so woke and claim, I love all music. I was at the big Super Bowl party and watched the Spanish-speaking people go crazy over the songs, while everyone else sat there in silence because they not only didn't know any of the songs, but also had no idea what the lyrics were saying. Bad Bunny is a lyricist, so you can't say it is just a vibe, and the language doesn't matter. And many of the people at the party were professional musicians. I don't know why this is a real discussion, but me as a football fan, a sport that's more global than the NFL, I don't have issues with foreign languages. In fact, since the NFL is fine with non-English artists performing, I'll be behind a Sean Paul and Shaggy type halftime show, I don't care. But this really seems to bother DJ Vlad. Music is not universal. 50% of it is music composition and the other 50% is lyrics. If you don't speak any language, Nas isn't the greatest lyricist of all time. all you'll hear is gibberish over interesting beats. You are not experiencing the whole song, just like when you listen to the greatest Chinese lyricist of all time. The same went when I watched Bad Bunny's halftime show. It looked great, the beats were interesting, but I didn't know a single song or understand anything he was saying. And he's a lyricist, not someone who mostly focuses on melodies, so he clearly had something important to say. I looked around and all the non-Spanish speaking people in the party were experiencing the same thing. And if you are being honest with yourself, instead of being fake progressive, you would agree with me. And we got Mark Batson, who worked on Relapse, react with, "There takes a certain level of intelligence to learn to absorb and appreciate the music of other cultures." Damn, did he just call Vlad stupid? As a music aficionado, I'll go from Brazilian music, African tribal music, to Italian opera and Russian folk. Sometimes I just absorb the feeling or research words for more.
What did you think of Benito's performance?
Man, that was historical. Well, me being Puerto Rican and Cuban Latino, that's going in the books. That's going in the history books forever. He brought the island to the Super Bowl. He had a mortal. Puerto Rico has a lot of problems with the lighting system. Yes. So whenever they get a hurricane, the island won't have light or power. So him going up there singing with the light poles, it was incredible. The man's just bringing awareness to it and having a fun time. If you understand what he's doing, he's having a hell of a party. He's not controversial, nothing like that. He's just having a fun time. So I enjoyed it.
And Ice-T is pretty much on the opposite end of the spectrum. Bad Bunny was dope at the Super Bowl last night, and I don't give a F how you feel about it. And when a user reacted with, "I'd like to see the English version and see if you'd play it for your kids," Ice-T fired back with, "What kind of weird question is that? Just say you hate what you don't understand." And I've got no horse in this race, so I'll be looking forward to your thoughts on this performance. And do you agree with the rappers who say Chris Brown is needed, or was Bad Bunny's performance top tier to you? And we recently got to hear from Stat Quo about how he ruined his Shady album release and messed up his relationship with Eminem due to an incident.
I'm not just some guy saying it like that didn't experience it. I know what it feels like to go in that studio and work for years trying to make a song and not accomplish that goal. So I understand that, even though sometimes I've had situations where I try to talk to artists and they take my messaging, because I am cold when I speak. I was told when I was a kid that once it leaves your mouth, it's not about what you said, it's about how somebody takes it. I understand how important it is to have a hit record in certain spaces. In the situation that I was in, it didn't make financial sense for them to risk the brand by throwing me out there and not succeeding.
You were on the 27 Yankees.
Yeah, I was with the greatest hip hop squad of all time.
The greatest run probably ever.
50 said this to me in the studio. He's like, "Man, we could sell blank CDs." But the success that
I believe that
they were trying to achieve with me is different than. They didn't want to just me come out and do platinum.
No, I think the reason he didn't come, it didn't happen, is because we expected him to have real success. So we were waiting for the thing that was the trigger to ignite it. It wasn't yeah, if we needed a gold album to make our numbers or our market share that year, we probably would have put out Stat Quo.
Yeah.
If Obi Trice could go platinum, I expected Stat Quo's.
But I also made some mistakes internally. That's why I said I made some mistakes myself and talking too much. M wanted to put out a particular single.
Stat was talking too much.
Yeah,
exactly.
This is great.
Stat Quo said too much, y'all.
He did himself a real good service here. Go for it.
So what happened?
M wanted to put out a single, and it was called "Dance on It." And I told M, "Yeah, we could use that as the single," because M had wrote the hook and made the beat, and it was general consensus this was gonna be the single. I'm like, "Well, yeah, I'll put it out if you give me $1 million and you rap on it."
Jesus is Lord.
If you give me $1 million and you rap on it. Oh, you do the hook. M got so mad and stormed out of the studio. And I remember Dre like, "Why did you say that?" I'm like, "Well, was that wrong?" He's like, "Yeah, that's wrong."
He literally shot down that.
That was over with.
It was like a ramp up moment.
It was over with. M was like, "Fuck it, I'm done. I tried to help you." And when you look back in retrospect, Eminem has sold a quadrillion albums.
Right, but why'd you do that? Why'd you say that?
He didn't like it.
But I didn't like the song.
He doesn't
but
like
I
it.
wasn't thinking.
And that's how he talks.
And this is how
talks before he thinks.
a lot.
Yeah.
But
Like I've had some
You
situations
pay him
with this.
and you-
I would just
situations.
look at him.
Yes. It's been times where, of course, this is back in the days. It's been times where it's be a girl there that DJ. I just say things inappropriately at the wrong time.
And I would just turn my head like, and it's just so ridiculous that you're like, oh, cool.
And so that was
just
a
like,
moment.
It's just that bad. Like it's not even like there is no way you couldn't know that was something you shouldn't have said. So it's just like it's not even worth addressing.
It's like that we talked about it when I said Surf Club sucks. But I'm in the room with Surf Club guys. I'm in there with Hit Boy and Chase and Drake. And they was like, yeah, and I think Drake was like, yeah, that's that Surf Club shit. Cause Boy Wonder was there too. And I'm like, Surf Club? What the fuck is that? That shit's horrible. And Drake was like, that's the name of their crew. I'm like, oh, damn. And I didn't understand the politics of, and I remember Drake was like, well, we gonna do the album now. And I'm like, oh, that shit's never coming.
But this has only left some fans even more confused. Why would he sabotage his career like this? I don't get it. And I would say that this was probably the mindset of a person who didn't understand at the time that he was in the music business. And in the business, a hit song matters. Numbers do matter. And if the label has no faith in your release, they drop you. And his lifeline at the time was to follow the guidance of someone who's done the most numbers in the genre, and he blew it. And users have been going off, give me $1 million and rap on it. There is no way in hell he thought that would have actually turned out well, right? And even after we got Smack That and Renegade, all produced by Eminem, we are still seeing takes like these. I need to hear the song first, because Eminem, when it comes to production and writing, he forgets he's white. You can get that bull crap off, but other, nah. That's how he effed up that Slaughterhouse album. To which a user fired back with, then why sign with the man then? And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts in the comment section. See you on the next one.